Welcome to r/RedditRevenge. This is the story of someone getting back at someone with revenge after being wronged. And today we have 3 great stories, so subscribe, hit the like button, and let's begin. The first story. Client kept harassing us. I essentially had her confirm to a member of her church the whole story, and within a couple of days the entire church knew how she was harassing us. The second story. My friend got fired from his job, and after that he was begged to come back. He came back with a raise. The third story. Owner refused to return the money for spoiled ice cream. Ended up eating ice cream from the trash. On to the first story. Want to try to embarrass me in front of my clients? You brought this on yourself then. So I'm a travel agent, and have a nice little office where my clients come to meet us or book travel. One of my clients, we'll call her Kay, has had issues with everything we've done for her. She booked a trip that was canceled due to COVID lockdowns in April 2020. Most places were closed, and she wasn't flexible about destinations, so we couldn't do much, and finally offered to refund her the full amount, therefore making no money, despite putting in hours of effort. Kay has decided that she wants us to give her a free trip because it's our fault she couldn't go on her original trip. Again, COVID-19, lockdowns, government regulations. So every week she makes one visit to our office to harass us into getting something for free. It never works, but she's been doing this since we issued her a refund. Last week, I was talking to a couple of new potential clients in my office, and Kay comes in. Our waiting area is centrally located, and all our cabins are around the waiting area. She saw me busy and started knocking on my door constantly. I had no option but to excuse myself and open the door, to tell her to please take a seat, as I'm with other clients. She wouldn't have it, and demanded I speak to her about the trip that I canceled and ruined for her. Now this obviously concerns my new clients, and I can see them ready to get up. I decided that I've had enough of her. I looked at my new clients. Would it be okay if Kay stepped in and I gave her a couple of minutes? Y'all are comfortable, so don't need to move. She can use the other chair there. New client shrug because let's be honest, it's a weird situation. Me. Kay, please confirm you were supposed to go to random international destinations in March 2020. Kay. Yes. Me. The airline canceled your flight due to COVID-19 and did not offer a refund. Am I right? Kay. Yes, but... Me. I'm sorry, ma'am. Please let me finish this verification, as I need to make sure I have all the information. I'll certainly hear what you have to say. Kay. Me. Did we offer to rebook you on flights to blank, 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 and blank? Kay. Yes. Me. Did you decline those destinations with no explanation? Kay. Yes. Me. Did you reply to any of our emails asking you to let us know what you were looking for on this trip, so we could plan the trip for you? Kay. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to head out. I forgot I have a meeting. Me. Ma'am, please give me a couple more minutes. I don't want to waste your trip to our office. Kay. Okay. Me. When you did not reply to our emails, we issued you a full refund and absorbed the cancellation fees and deposits of your non-refundable reservations. Kay. Yes. Me. Ma'am, please tell me what you would like us to do. As you know, we did not cause the cancellation. The cancellations were beyond our control, and we even gave you a refund, losing money ourselves. How can I help you? Kay. No, nothing, I'm sorry. Have a great day. Once she left, I apologized to my new clients that they had to see this. They were super understanding, but my favorite part happened after that. One of the couples said, "Isn't that Kay? She goes to our church. She's very active." I immediately go, "Yes. Y'all go to the same church? What a small world." Continue reading for the twist. Clients end up making a huge reservation, and I'm a happy camper. 3 days later, a friend calls and asks what happened with Kay in my office, and I walk her through the entire episode. She laughs and asks, "So did you make her go through this because you knew they both go to my church?" Me. Why, yes, of course. You referred them both and told me they're from your church. She's been harassing me for months, and my employees detest her. She has told us how active she is in church, and how much she deserves a vacation. So I knew others in your church would know her, but she didn't seem to recognize them. Later found out from my new clients that she loved to berate people to get what she wanted. Turns out she was expecting more money from us for her lost time and efforts. In return, her church now knows how she harassed us, and we've gotten a lot of free marketing from this story. The next story is... I'll come back so long as Larry isn't there. Got permission to share this from my buddy who's a software engineer. Background. To give you some background on my friend Tim, made up name, he has been programming since he was like 7 years old. Tim said by the time he got to college he breezed through most of his comp sci classes, because a lot of the content they were covering he had already mastered years prior. Tim is an excellent programmer. Tim's career has been quite successful. He's worked for Google, Facebook, Amazon, and finally a hedge fund. The story starts at the hedge fund. Tim works a lot with AI technology, and at this hedge fund he was the lead programmer manager, who spearheaded an effort to optimize their AI that helped them complete literally millions of trades a day. To say his work had a massive impact was an understatement. All of this is going on with COVID-19 in the background. Due to COVID-19, they went to a work-from-home model, where my friend Tim kept working. During this work from home, Tim was looking around his fancy $4,500 NYC apartment and wished for things like a yard, a heated pool, a nice 3-car garage, and not living in a high-rise. It dawned on Tim that he could leave NYC. Tim moves to Michigan. So Tim moved back to his hometown in Michigan, where he brought himself with a really nice home, with a heated pool, a 3-car garage, a nice yard, and guess what the yard had in it? A mother-in-love suite, which was essentially a 2-bedroom, 1-bath second home on the property of his main home, which he turned into his man cave. It's actually pretty sick. Oh yeah, and his mortgage payment was far less than his $4.5K a month rent, like half. Tim spent the rest of his COVID-19 work from home pounding out projects, etc. He never actually informed his employer on an official basis he moved. He just kept working. Then COVID-19 ended. COVID-19 is finally over. Back to the office, or? Tim's boss, Larry, calls him up and goes, "All right, Tim, on Monday we're starting work back at the office." And Tim goes, "Yeah, about that. I moved to Michigan." Larry is shocked and goes, "You didn't even ask if you could do that." And Tim basically said, "I didn't know I needed your permission to move," in a sarcastic as F way. Larry insists that Tim needs to move back to NYC, or he won't have a place on the team. Tim says he's been doing the exact same work from home at a high level for the past year. He's willing to travel to NYC for a few meetings a year on his own dime, but he feels his quality of life is so much higher outside of NYC, he has no desire to live in NYC. To which Larry said if Tim doesn't have any desire to live in NYC, then he has no desire to keep Tim employed. Now, dear Reddit, what do you think a talented senior programmer with over a decade of experience, who specializes in AI technology, is going to say to a response like that? If you're thinking he quit, you'd be absolutely right. He quit. Maintaining complex code can be hard. Now, anyone that has done any programming knows that sometimes the best person to maintain the code is the person who wrote the code. There's logic, there's thought processes, there's so much that goes into programming that can be so individualistic, it can be hard for someone to take over a codebase they didn't write. John, CEO, enters the picture. 6 weeks goes by. When John calls him, John is the CEO of the hedge fund. John gets Tim to agree to consider coming back. So that's when John suggests they fly Tim to NYC, and he sits down with John. Tim, however, flipped the switch and said, "No, how about you fly out to Michigan and we discuss this?" Tim said he said that because he wanted to establish if he was coming back, it was going to be him, working from Michigan, and if he was going to talk his employment, it was going to be done in Michigan. John agreed, and 2 days later flew out to meet with Tim. Tim sits down and John says they really need him, because he provided a lot of value to the organization, and the programming team is struggling. John offers Tim the opportunity to come back with a 20% pay cut, since he won't be living in NYC, and John called that a cost of living adjustment. To which John said, "No, I want a 15% raise above what I was earning." John sits back and responds, "The reason we pay what we pay is because we ask you to live in NYC, and we understand that's an expensive city to live in." To which Tim says, "You pay what you pay, and you pay it because I'm worth it. If I wasn't worth what you pay, you wouldn't be paying me. Now my first condition, if you want me back, it'll be a 15% raise." John goes, "And second?" "The second condition is I'll come back so long as Larry isn't there." John sighs, "You're asking for too much." To which Tim goes, "You don't need to bring me back if you don't want to. I'll be fine elsewhere." John goes, "I'll talk to the partners." Tim says, "My offer is good till Friday." John goes, "What do you mean?" Tim says, "Next Monday is when I'm going to start looking for work. This offer is good until Friday." It was Tuesday. John leaves. That Thursday, the phone rings. It's John. In conclusion, "Tim, we're transferring Larry to a different fund. He won't be working with you anymore, and we're fine with giving you a 15% raise. Can we send you an offer letter for you to sign?" Tim said, "Of course. And Larry's really gone?" John goes, "Yes, you'll never need to interact with Larry ever again." That was at the start of this year. Tim hasn't been in NYC, hasn't heard from Larry, hasn't seen Larry on any communications, etc. The last story is, ice cream shop owner got his just desserts. So some time ago, when food delivery companies like Grubhub first started to make their appearance in my area, I decided to give one a shot and order ice cream from a local chain. This chain is well known for adding mix-ins to the ice cream right in front of you for moderate prices. I ordered 2 bowls of ice cream, one for me and one for my partner, and 2 chocolate-dipped waffle bowls as well. After 1.5 hours, the icy treats finally made their way to my door. I opened our sealed bag to find 2 to-go containers of ice cream and no waffle bowls. No big deal, as long as the ice cream was good, I could care less about the waffle bowls. Welp, that would be a nope. My partner's ice cream tasted fine, but mine tasted like it was freezer burnt. You know that I accidentally left a container open in the back of the freezer taste. So I threw out the container and found the number to call the delivery company. After I contacted the delivery company, and they said I had to call the ice cream place first. Mind you, it's not done that way now, but at the time that was the way. When I called the shop, the owner came on and said that I was wrong, and he would not authorize my refund unless I brought him the ice cream. Knowing that I spent about $40, I was not going to just go without a refund. So I got my partner, got my ice cream out of the trash, and drove to the shop. Since it was a summer evening in a major city, the shop was really busy. I waited in line, presented the ice cream to the counter clerk, and asked for my refund. The owner came out, all full of himself, and proceeded to make fun of me, and let everyone know his product was superior. He took out the container of my ice cream and dumped it in a metal pan. He kept making fun of me, to the point where I was crying because I was so angry. I kept my mouth shut until I got my money back. In front of everyone, he picked up a spoon and started to eat my ice cream. My partner tried to stop him, but I didn't let them. He ate at least 3 spoonfuls right in front of me, my partner and a group of college students. You see, the ice cream was dumped into a trash can that was just outside my back door without the lid on it, keeping the ice cream safe, because I wasn't planning on messing with it any further. It was in a trash can that had maggots in it, and also the cat crap from when my partner changed our cat's litter box. When I retrieved the ice cream, I scooped up as much as I could back into its container, and just put it in the bag, not thinking some idiot was going to actually eat it. The crowd started to shift, and they were making fun of the shop owner because of the way he was treating me. He gave me my money back, and I vowed to never go to his shop again. Cut to 2 weeks later. I was at work talking to a coworker about my bad experience at the ice cream shop. She said, "Wait, did the owner look like this and have this name?" I confirmed it was the same guy. She then called her sister on FaceTime. The sister was at her family reunion. My coworker did not want to go. Long story, she was trying to save up for school, so she picked up hours that day, and right beside her was the ice cream shop owner. My coworker told her sister to quiet the family and have me tell the story about what happened to me at this ice cream shop and what was in the ice cream. After I was done, it was quiet for a while until the sister stood up, broke up with the shop owner, and told him to get out. She kept saying I'm not going to date anyone that ate cat SH. The whole family laughed at him as he left. To this day, I've not stepped foot in that ice cream store. And when anyone asks why, just tell them how can you trust the owner to sell you good ice cream if he can't tell the difference between a good product and cat SH. To be honest, I was laughing my A off so hard I could barely speak. I live in a big city, so for me to be working with the sister of the girl he was seriously dating was just karma at work. Subscribe, click the like button if you want to support the channel. Thank you for watching.